Hey, Mold. So the Post reported over the weekend on this open drug use outside of some places in Midtown, mainly transit hubs and tourist locations. Just wondering what your administration is looking to do to address this. Do you think it's having any effect on tourism, specifically in New York City? And any other comment you'd like to make on that? And also just, and this might be more for Deputy Mayor, so the number of asylum seekers has been kind of steady. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the question. So the asylum seekers over the last, I guess, like 5-6 months now has been about 1,200 to 1,400 every week coming in. But we're still stagnant on this number of around 65,000 that are in the city shelters. And this is on top of having the 30 and 60-day rule being in effect. Has there been any talks of maybe making a stricter rule for 30 to 60 days? Is there any other policies in the works? Because it just doesn't seem to be really moving the needle at this point. I know decreased a little bit once it went from 3,000 to 4,000 a week, but since then, since it's been at 12 to 1,400, it hasn't gone down.
Well, we've had 200,000 that has entered our city, and we're still getting, like you state, those who are coming in. And when you look at it, of 200,000, as the Daily News editorial page pointed out, how we're handling this. D.M. Williams Isom should really be commended on being able to do this. And when you, that's a nice little quote. And when you look at the overall homeless issue, I think that if there's one place that this administration is going to be really acknowledged for successfully handling is this issue right here. The large influx, the continuous influx that's coming in, it has not stopped. With the combination of the Chief of Staff and D.M. Williams Isoms and their team, it's to not look like other cities and even our homeless population. Do we have the chart of the homeless population? See a little small, little blue, all the way to the far left? That's New York. Percentage of population experiencing homelessness living unsheltered. New York is the smallest number. That's that little small bar. I was never good at reading these bars in school, but now that I realize the importance of that class. We are doing a good job. I walked down 34th and 8th Avenue. I was on the street, walking down, talking to those who were living in those conditions. And Michael, I don't remember the faces of all of them. I met a lot of people when I was walking that day on 8th Avenue, 34th Street at 10 p.m. And there are limitations of what we could do. If someone is just sitting there and they are under the influence of drugs, we can't lock them up. There are real rules on what we can do, and we have to abide by those rules, and that's what we're doing. But we're constantly monitoring the situation. D.M. Williams Isom team, Molly Parks, and others, we're sending teams out there to give them the care. Some people don't want that care. Some people, it just takes a long time to build up. And even Norman Siegel, who has really helped by getting a group of volunteers, he has been extremely helpful around this. But it is a challenge because of how our laws are written in this city. You cannot walk up to someone that appears to be under the influence of some substance and state that you're going to remove them from where they are. We're using every tool possible. That's an important piece of real estate, and we want to continue to attract tourism, which we are doing, but we have to do it within the law.
I just want to add, when you were talking about the census, 3 thoughts I had. One is that when you look at it, it is going down. It's going down slowly. And when I think about the fact that we're just really starting extenuating circumstances, and so people have 30 days, and unless there's an extraordinary circumstance that we're going to be asking them to leave the system, I think we're seeing some of that happen right now. The third thing, Craig, is that the summertime is a great time to resettle children and families, and so we're going to be working really closely with the state in order to do that. And so I'm very excited excited about this opportunity now that kids will be getting out of school soon to really see where are the places that other people want to resettle. So right now there's no plans to increase another policy, but again, we'll look at the numbers really closely. The only other thing I wanted to add to what the mayor said is that one of the things I like most about working here for the city is the way that all different agencies have been working together for these complicated issues. And so whether it's the Department of Health, along with homeless services, along with the police department, along with sanitation, along with our nonprofits, places like at Central Park or on 125th Street, or places where there's, really intense issues, we're working together to figure out what is it that we can be doing better to really get people connected to treatment.
And when you look at that precinct, crime is down. We have a 14% decrease in crime, go up to into June. So the precinct commanders are doing the right thing. They're on the street. But I cannot overemphasize this chart. I mean, look at this chart. Look, and none of them have 200,000 migrants and asylum seekers that we have to care for, feed, house, educate. Look at LA, look at Portland, look at Vegas, look at Phoenix, look at San Diego. We're a victim of our success because no one is seeing the tents that are out there. No one is seeing the encampments. We're a victim of our success, and I really hope that all you guys and ladies go on a road show this year and go look at these cities. Go visit these cities, and then come back here and say, Deputy Mayor Williams-Isom, job well done.